My phone buzzed on the desk, screen lighting up with a message that stopped my heart. Emma, please come to my office now. Olivia's words glared at me. My stomach twisted into a knot. 5 years at Harper & Stone in Chicago, and never once had Olivia, my boss, summon me like this. I'm Emma, a senior account manager, 32, always the one with glowing performance reviews. Perfect attendance, perfect results. Until now. I stood, smoothing my blazer, legs shaky. The hallway to Olivia's corner office stretched endlessly. Each step echoed my heartbeat, loud, frantic. Coworkers glanced up from their cubicles, sensing something off. I forced a smile, but my palms were slick with sweat. What could this be? A client issue? A promotion? No, the tone felt wrong. Cold, urgent. Olivia's door was open. She sat behind her glass desk, face like stone. Close the door, Emma. Sit. I obeyed, perching on the edge of the chair. Her eyes, usually warm, were sharp, cutting. Are you okay? She asked, but her voice held no comfort. I swallowed hard. I'm fine. What's going on? She leaned forward, fingers drumming on a stack of papers. We got a call this morning. Troubling. My mind raced. A call? From who? A woman claiming to be your sister, Chloe, reached out. My breath caught. Chloe? My younger sister, always the spark in our family, the one who could do no wrong. She reported concerns. Serious ones. Substance abuse. Theft of company property. The room spun. What? My voice was barely a whisper. Olivia slid a paper across the desk, her gaze never leaving me. She gave details. Said she saw you stealing office supplies, laptops, printers, even petty cash. Said you've been attending client meetings intoxicated. Multiple times. I shook my head, words failing. Chloe? My sister? The one who borrowed my clothes without asking, who crashed my car in college and laughed it off. This wasn't possible. Olivia, that's insane. I don't drink on the job. I've never stolen anything. You know me. Her lips pressed thin. She was specific. Described you sneaking a laptop from the supply room last month. Mentioned a meeting with Lakeview Incorporated where you slurred your words. My hands gripped the chair. Lakeview Incorporated, our biggest client. I'd nailed that meeting, secured their contract. This is a lie, I said, voice cracking. Chloe's lying. Olivia sighed, pushing the paper closer. Emma, these allegations are severe. The board reviewed the call. We can't ignore this. It's a legal liability. She paused, eyes softening for a split second. Effective immediately, your employment is terminated. The world stopped. Terminated. 5 years of late nights, perfect pitches, client dinner gone. Because of Chloe? Olivia, please, I begged. Check the security cameras. Talk to my team. I can prove she's lying. My voice trembled, desperate. She raised a hand, cutting me off. The decision's final. Security will escort you out. I sat frozen as she dialed for security. My phone burned in my pocket. I pulled it out, hands shaking, and called Chloe. 3 rings. Then her voice sweet as honey. Hey sis. What's up? I glanced at Olivia, who watched me like a hawk. Chloe, what's this about you calling my office? My words echoed in the silent room. She giggled. Giggled. Oh, just messing around. Come on, Emma, you're so serious. Lighten up. My jaw dropped. A joke? Chloe, I just got fired. Silence. Then, whoa, no way. Fired? I thought they'd just, give you a warning or something. Don't be dramatic. Dramatic? My life was crumbling, and she called it dramatic? Olivia stood, motioning to the door. 2 security guards waited outside. Emma, clear your desk. I'm sorry it came to this. Sorry? Her pity stung worse than her words. I walked back to my cubicle, guards trailing me. Coworkers stared, whispering. Rachel, my work friend, mouthed, What happened? I shook my head, shoving pens, notebooks, and a photo frame into a cardboard box. 5 years, reduced to this. My phone buzzed. Chloe again. Sorry if you're mad, sis. Maybe it's time for a career change. You're kinda boring anyway. I gripped the box, knuckles white. The elevator ride down was silent, the guard's presence suffocating. Outside, Chicago's wind hit me like a slap. I stood on the sidewalk, box in arms, feeling numb. Chloe's joke had cost me everything, but as I hailed a cab, something sparked inside me. This wasn't the end. Not yet. Back in my Chicago apartment, I sank onto the couch, the cardboard box from Harper & Stone dumped by the door. The silence was heavy, broken only by the hum of the fridge. My eyes landed on the family photo on the wall. Chloe, 28, beaming in the center, all charm and confidence. Me, Emma, awkward at the edge, clutching a forced smile. Always the responsible one, the good daughter. Until today. My phone rang, shattering the quiet. Mom. Susan's name flashed on the screen. I hesitated, then answered. Emma, sweetie, she said. No hello, no pause. Chloe told me what happened. My grip tightened. You really need to take a joke better. She didn't mean any harm. Her voice was light, like she was scolding me for spilling juice as a kid. Mom, I lost my job. The words felt raw, jagged. Silence. Then, well, maybe it's for the best. You've been working too hard anyway. I blinked, stunned. For the best? Chloe mentioned an opening at her boutique in Milwaukee. Wouldn't that be fun? Working together. My jaw clenched. Chloe's fashion store, a revolving door of half-baked trends and unpaid bills. Mom, I have an MBA. My voice was sharp, cutting through her cheer. Don't be so proud. Honey, she said, softer now. Family helps family. I pressed my fingers to my temples, memories flooding back. Chloe breaking my toys as kids, Mom laughing it off. Chloe totaling my car in college, Dad shrugging, saying, that's just her spirit. Always excused, always forgiven. My phone buzzed. A text from Chloe. Sorry if you're upset, Emma, but maybe it's time for a career change. You've been kinda boring anyway. Boring. The word stung, a knife twisting in my gut. 5 years of late nights, client wins, and perfect reviews boring? I stared at her message, heart pounding. She thought this was funny. A game. I opened my laptop, hands trembling. My resume, last updated 2 years ago, stared back at me. I started typing, updating job titles, metrics, awards. Each keystroke felt like defiance. Chloe always got away with everything. Borrowing my clothes, crashing my car, now torching my career. And Mom? She'd pat Chloe's hand and tell me to be the bigger person. Another memory hit. High school. Chloe borrowed my science project, ruined it before the fair. Mom said, she's just creative, Emma. You're so serious. Serious. Responsible. The roles we'd played forever. But today, Chloe crossed a line. This wasn't a broken toy or a dented car. This was my life. My phone buzzed again. Another text from Chloe. Mom says I'm overreacting. You'll find another job. Unless you're not as smart as you think. I froze, staring at the words. Something shifted inside me. All these years, I'd swallowed my anger, kept the peace, played the good sister. For what? To be mocked? Betrayed? I opened LinkedIn, fingers flying over the keyboard. Messages to old colleagues, connections from grad school. Hey, heard you're at a new firm. Any openings? I typed one after another. Chloe wanted me to crumble. Fine. I'd rebuild. But on my terms. The family photo loomed above me. Chloe's bright smile felt like a taunt. Tomorrow, I'd take it down. For years, I'd let her chaos define me. No more. I closed my laptop, a spark of determination replacing the shock. Chloe thought she'd won. She had no idea what I was capable of. Not yet. 2 weeks after Chloe's stunt, I sat in a sleek office at Larson and Company, Harper and Stone's biggest rival in Chicago. My phone was silent, no family texts for once. I'd muted their group chat after Mom's latest plea to help Chloe with rent. My old coworker Rachel had called the day after my firing, voice urgent. "Emma, Larson's hiring. I told them about you. Get in here." Now I was across from Michael, the firm's director, his mahogany desk gleaming under the morning light. "Tell me why you want to join Larson and Company," Michael said, leaning back, eyes sharp but curious. I took a breath, steadying myself. "Honestly, I want to prove something." His eyebrow arched. "Go on." I met his gaze. I was fired from Harper and Stone over false accusations. My sister's idea of a joke. Instead of fighting back in court, I want to show them what they lost. I slid my portfolio across the desk. These are the accounts I managed. Growth rates, client satisfaction scores, retention stats. Michael flipped through the pages, nodding slowly. "Lakeview Incorporated," he said, tapping a chart. "Their account doubled under you." I nodded. "I know their needs inside out. Word is, Larson's targeting them. I can help." He closed the portfolio, a faint smile tugging at his lips. "You've done your homework." I shrugged, heart racing. "Always do." Michael leaned forward. "Harper and Stone's loss is our gain. This role pays double your old salary, $180,000 base, plus performance bonuses. When can you start?" My breath caught. "Double. Bonuses. A fresh start." "Monday," I said, voice steady despite the thrill in my chest. Walking out of Larson and Company, Chicago's skyline sparkled through the glass lobby. I felt lighter, like I'd shed a weight I hadn't noticed. My phone buzzed. "Rachel. Nailed it, didn't you?" I grinned, texting back, "You know it." Back home, I opened my laptop, LinkedIn already glowing with notifications. Messages to old colleagues, clients, industry contacts. "Coffee soon?" I typed. "Heard you're expanding." Each click felt like a step forward, a quiet rebellion. Chloe thought she'd broken me. She didn't know I was rebuilding, brick by brick. I remembered her text, "You're kind of boring." Boring? Fine. Let her think that. Predictable, reliable Emma was about to shake things up. I connected with a former Harper and Stone client, typing, "Heard Lakeview's looking for new partners. Let's talk." If Harper and Stone wanted to play dirty, I'd play smarter. My apartment was quiet, the family photo gone from the wall. I tucked it in a drawer, Chloe's smile hidden away. For years, I'd let her chaos pull me under. No more. I opened a spreadsheet, listing every major competitor of Harper and Stone. Larson and Company was just the start. I'd climb higher, win bigger, and make them regret ever listening to Chloe's lies. I paused, staring at the empty wall. A whisper escaped me, low and fierce. "Chloe, you have no idea what you've started." My fingers hovered over the keyboard, then typed another message. "Hey, Sarah, old client from Harper and Stone. Free for lunch? I've got an idea." Sarah replied instantly, "Name the place." The spark in my chest grew, warm and steady. Revenge didn't need to be loud or messy. It could be calculated, patient, ice cold. Chloe wanted me to change careers? I'd change, all right. I'd rise so high Harper and Stone would choke on their mistake. And Chloe? She'd see exactly what boring could do. I hit send on another LinkedIn message, a small smile curving my lips. This was only the beginning. My phone vibrated relentlessly, the family group chat exploding with messages. I sat at my Chicago apartment's kitchen counter, Larson and Company's offer letter glowing on my laptop. $180,000 plus bonuses. A victory. But the buzzing pulled me back to reality. Mia, my older sister, typed, "Need help with car payments again. $2,000. Everyone chip in." Mom, Susan, replied, "Emma, David, and I covered last month." Mia, "Come on." Dad, David added, "We're planning a kitchen remodel, $15,000. Emma, you in?" I rubbed my temples, the words blurring. Always the same. Mia's debts, mom and dad's projects, Chloe's emergencies. My phone pinged again, a private message from Chloe. "Hey sis. Mom's worried you're aiming too high with that new job. Don't want you disappointed." I stared, jaw tight. Disappointed? Then another line. "Random, but can you spot me $800 for rent? Just till my paycheck." My laugh was bitter. "Of course." I typed back, fingers steady. "Actually, I got the job. Double my old salary." 3 dots appeared instantly. Chloe's reply, "No way. That's awesome. So, about that rent money." I set the phone down, heart pounding. Same old Chloe, turning my win into her ATM. The group chat flared up again. "Susan, Emma got a big job. Huge pay. Mia, sis, you're holding out on us. David, proud of you, sweetheart. So, that kitchen remodel." The phone rang. Mia's name flashed. I sighed, answering. "Hey, superstar," she said, voice smooth. "About that car payment. Bank's on my case." I cut in. "Mia, I haven't even started the job." She chuckled. "Come on, you owe me. Remember when I covered for you sneaking out at 16? I scoffed. "You made me do your math homework for a month." She laughed. Details. Family helps family, right? I paced the apartment, keys clinking as I dropped them on the counter. Family helps family. Where was that spirit when Chloe got me fired? Mia's voice softened. "Chloe feels bad about that. Besides, you're doing better now. You should thank her." "Thank her?" I nearly choked. "Mia, I'm not a bank. Figure it out." I hung up, chest tight. My laptop pinged. An email from Larson and Company confirmed my signing bonus, $10,000. I stared at the number, a lifeline. But the group chat kept going. "Mia, Emma, seriously, $2,000. I'll pay you back. Chloe, sis, rent's due tomorrow. Help a girl out. Susan, kitchen plans are set. Emma, send $5,000 for the deposit." I slammed the laptop shut. Memories flooded in. Mia borrowing $3,000 from my college fund for a business that tanked. Chloe spilling coffee on my interview suit, then offering me her old sundress. Mom and Dad remodeling their deck while I worked 2 jobs for tuition. Family helps family? More like family drains Emma. I opened the group chat, thumb hovering. I wanted to scream, to list every unpaid loan, every broken promise. Instead, I muted it. The silence was blissful. My eyes fell on the Larson and Company email again. $180,000. Bonuses. A chance to outshine Harper and Stone. Chloe thought I'd crumble. Mia thought I'd cave. They were wrong. I stood, determination settling in. They wanted my money, my success, my life. Fine. I'd succeed bigger, better, beyond their reach. Let them beg. I opened LinkedIn, drafting another message to a Lakeview Incorporated contact. Lunch soon? I've got ideas. My phone buzzed again. Mia, Chloe, Mom. I ignored them. They'd learn soon enough. Emma wasn't their safety net anymore. My Chicago apartment was a fortress of quiet, the only sound the scratch of my pen on paper. I sat at the kitchen counter, surrounded by envelopes, each addressed to a family member. Susan, David, Chloe, Mia. The letters were my truth bombs, years of grievances meticulously documented. Every unpaid loan, every snide remark, every time they dismissed me. Chloe's stack was thickest. Her joke, that cost me my job at Harper and Stone, her endless demands for cash. I sealed each envelope, hands steady, and requested signature delivery at the post office. No turning back. Back home, I checked the tracking numbers, heart racing. The letters were on their way, slicing through the mail system like knives. My phone buzzed. Chloe. Hey, sis, she chirped, voice syrupy. About dinner tonight. Can you send $200? my cards acting weird. I kept my tone flat. Got a meeting, Chloe. Sorry. I hung up before her protest, picturing her letter landing tomorrow. At Larson and Company, Michael stopped by my desk, grin wide. Emma, big news. Lakeview Incorporated S leaning toward us. Harper and Stone's panicking. I smiled, a thrill sparking in my chest. Oh, and Olivia called, he added. Said letting you go was their biggest mistake this year. I nodded, thinking, decade. My computer pinged another Lakeview contact agreeing to lunch. My silent revenge was working. The phone rang again. Mom. Susan's voice was sharp. Emma, why aren't you at dinner? I told everyone about your new job. I checked the tracking. Her letter was hours away. Big meeting, Mom. Gotta go. I ended the call, switching my phone to silent. The first letter would hit soon. I opened my desk drawer, pulling out copies of everything. Mia's casino withdrawals, Chloe's designer shoe receipts, Susan's secret spa memberships. Proof, in black and white. Then, chaos. Susan stormed into Larson and Company's lobby, clutching my letter, yoga pants clashing with the marble floors. Ungrateful child, she shouted, waving the pages. I led her to a corner, voice low. Mom, this is my workplace. She scoffed. Now you're embarrassed? After this manifesto? I met her gaze. Everything in there's true. Your secret credit card. The $10,000 loan for Chloe's boutique. I have receipts. Her face flushed. Chloe needed that chance. I stepped closer. And I needed my college fund Mia gambled away. Funny how my needs don't count. Susan's eyes darted away. We raised you better than this. I laughed, cold. No, you raised me to clean up your messes. Not anymore. Security approached, watching. I lowered my voice. Go home, Mom. Read it again. Really read it. Michael appeared, calm but firm. Mrs. Taylor, I need you to leave. We have a board meeting. Susan adjusted her jacket, muttering, my daughter's too important for family now. Security escorted her out. My phone buzzed Chloe, Mia, David. I ignored them, heading to the conference room. The board was discussing my promotion to junior partner, Michael whispering, you've earned this. I sat calm while imagining Susan opening that envelope again, reading every truth I'd laid bare. Back at my desk, my phone lit up. 30 missed calls. The tracking updated. Susan's letter, delivered, signed. I pictured her face, the shock, the guilt. Another buzz. Chloe, you're insane. Mom's crying. Is this about my birthday gift last year? Petty. I smiled, deleting it. The second letter, David's, was en route. My computer showed an email from a Lakeview exec, lunch confirmed. Excited to hear your pitch. Harper and Stone was crumbling and I was rising. I leaned back, the weight of years lifting. They thought I'd stay silent, compliant. Wrong. The letters were my voice, my truth, my line in the sand. Let them rage. Let them beg. I had a meeting to prep, a promotion to claim, and a score to settle. Chloe started this. I'd finish it. The first letter landed like a grenade. My phone lit up at 6:43 a.m., Chicago's sunrise painting my apartment in gold. Mom's voicemail shook with fury. Emma, how dare you? Keeping records like some accountant? We're your family. I deleted it, sipping coffee, calm. Susan's letter had arrived, signed, delivered. Every secret, her $8,000 spa membership, the loan for Chloe's boutique laid bare. She'd read it by now, her world cracking. My phone buzzed again. Mia. Emma, Mom's losing it. What did you do? Before I could reply, Chloe's message popped up. You're crazy. Mom's crying, Dad's silent. Is this about my birthday gift? So petty. I checked the tracking app. David's letter, delivered, signed by him. My stomach tightened, but I smiled. The truth was spreading, unstoppable. At Larson and Company, my office phone rang. Michael's name flashed. Emma, Your mom's in the lobby. My heart skipped. What? I grabbed my laptop, rushing downstairs. Susan stood clutching my letter, yoga outfit clashing with the polished lobby. Ungrateful, she hissed. I pulled her aside. Mom, not here. She waved the paper. You kept receipts from 10 years ago. Your dad can't even look at me. 20 years together, and he didn't know about my credit card. Or the $12,000 for Chloe's gallery. I crossed my arms, and I needed my tuition, not Mia's gambling debts. My needs never mattered. Her face reddened. Family doesn't do this. I leaned in. Family doesn't lie, Mom. Go home. Read it again. Security hovered. Michael appeared. Mrs. Taylor, please leave. Board meeting starting. Susan stormed out, muttering about my importance. Back at my desk, the tracking updated. Chloe's letter, delivered. My phone exploded. Chloe, you're sick. Destroying us over a joke. Mia, my bank statements? That's private. The group chat erupted. Susan, emergency meeting tonight. Emma, be there. David, agreed. I typed one word, no, then muted them. I focused on a Lakeview Incorporated proposal, my revenge quiet but sharp. Harper & Stone was bleeding clients, and I was the blade. Another buzz. Mia, bank's suing me, $5,000 by tomorrow. Help. I ignored it. Chloe posted on social media, taking a break for mental health in Paris. Family drama. Paris? With what money? Her credit card was maxed on designer bags. A memory hit. Chloe borrowing my grad school savings, promising repayment, then buying a new phone. Mom's excuse? She's creative. I shook it off, drafting an email to a Lakeview exec. Lunch confirmed, they replied. My phone kept buzzing 40 missed calls. David, Mom's blood pressure's your fault. Fix this. I deleted it. The final tracking update came. Mia's letter delivered. The group chat went nuclear. Chloe, she exposed my shopping. Mia, my gambling's private. This is illegal. Susan, we're meeting. Now. I pictured them, scrambling, facing the mirror I'd built from years of receipts. Every lie, every manipulation, reflected back. I leaned back, the office hum soothing. Let them scream. Let them threaten. I had a strategy meeting at 2, a promotion on the line. Chloe's joke had unleashed this, but I was in control now. My computer pinged another Harper & Stone client interested in Larson & Company. I smiled, cold and steady. The truth was out, no recall possible. They thought I'd fold. Instead, I was rising and they'd learn what boring Emma could do. The knock came at 8 p.m., loud and insistent. Emma Marie, open this door. Susan's voice echoed through my Chicago apartment's hallway. I took a deep breath, twisting the lock. They stormed in like a tornado. Mom, red-faced. Dad, clutching a letter. Chloe, mascara streaking her cheeks, and Mia, unusually alert. Family intervention, Chloe declared, waving a printed copy of my letter, her voice dripping with drama. We're here to fix your mental breakdown. Sit down, David barked, his hand trembling as he gripped the paper. I stood firm, arms crossed. No, you listen. I pulled out my phone, scrolling to voicemails. Should I play the one from Mia's bank? Or Chloe's credit card company? Mia shifted, eyes darting. Those are private, she muttered. I raised an eyebrow. Like my college fund was private before you gambled it away? Susan cut in, voice shrill. That's different. Mia had a business opportunity. I scoffed. It's gambling debt, Mom. Like the $3,000 she's begging for now. Mia's face twisted, but I turned to Chloe. And you? Your joke got me fired. Those designer bags you bought last month, $2,500. While you cry about rent. Chloe flinched, clutching her letter. You're ruining my reputation. My followers are worried. Followers? I laughed, cold. Your art store called. Your cards declined again. Susan gestured wildly. She needs help. Family helps family. I stepped closer. Family doesn't sabotage family. Family doesn't lie, manipulate, or leech. Chloe interrupted, voice cracking. Don't lecture us. You got lucky with some fancy job. Lucky? I snapped. I worked 60-hour weeks while you ran up debt on my card. Your repayments were bounce checks. David cleared his throat. Emma, about the kitchen remodel, I cut him off. The kitchen's fine, Dad. Your golf club membership? That's $10,000 lost gambling last month. Susan gasped, turning to David. You said that went to Mia's car. David grabbed his collar, flustered. Don't blame me. Mia jumped up. Wait, you're pinning this on me? Susan shouted, sit down. This is Emma's fault, spying like some detective. A calm voice broke through. Mia's. No. She's right. The room froze. Chloe gasped. Traitor. Mia ran her fingers through her hair. I have a gambling problem. The bank's suing, not just threatening. I hid it because you all fix everything. She looked at me, eyes heavy. Emma's right. This stops now. Chloe stood, tears spilling. This is ridiculous. You're all letting her manipulate you. I faced her, voice low. The sister who got me fired over a joke says I'm manipulative? That was months ago, Chloe. Get over it. She froze, voice breaking. You make everything look easy. School, work, life. I keep failing. I was jealous. Okay, I admit it. The room went silent, her words hanging heavy. Susan sank into a chair, clutching my letter. We're messed up, aren't we? She whispered. David straightened. Let's not get carried away. Susan spread the letters out. No. Look. Manipulation, guilt, double standards. We did this. Chloe wiped her eyes, smudging mascara. I didn't mean to hurt you, Emma. Not really. Mia picked up her letter. We need help. Therapy, not money. Chloe scoffed, then stopped. Maybe. Susan looked at me. You kept these records, knowing this day would come. I nodded. I hoped it wouldn't. David coughed. The kitchen contractor, maybe I'll cancel. I agreed. Maybe. One by one, they left. Mia first, clutching a gambling counselor's card. Chloe, make up a mess, mumbling about canceling her Paris post. David, silent, gripping his letter. Susan lingered. We messed up, Emma. I nodded. Yeah. She left, footsteps fading. I closed the door, heart pounding. The hardest truths had been spoken, raw and real. Healing would hurt, but it had begun. 3 weeks after the confrontation, I hesitated outside my childhood home in Evanston, just outside Chicago. Susan had called an emergency family meeting, and Mia's text, "Things are different. Promise," pushed me to show up. I stepped inside, bracing for chaos. Instead, the house felt lighter. The gaudy furniture Mom bought on credit was gone, replaced by worn, cozy pieces. Dad's golf trophies, once crowding the shelf, had vanished. Chloe sat in a corner, scrolling her phone, unusually quiet. Look, Chloe said, holding up her screen as I walked in. A social media post, getting real with my followers. No fake Paris plans. Starting therapy, facing my truth. Her eyes met mine, hesitant. It's a start. I nodded, unsure. Mia arrived, clutching papers. First NA meeting was yesterday, she whispered. We should have done this years ago. Susan and David emerged from the kitchen, holding coffee mugs, not their usual wine glasses. Everyone sit, Susan said, her yoga gear swapped for jeans and a sweater. Her voice was firm, not bossy. David cleared his throat. We sold my golf club membership. Paid off $6,000 in credit card debt. Canceled the spa plan, too. Susan nodded. We're meeting a financial advisor next week. Chloe looked up. I got a job. Real job. Administrative assistant at a Milwaukee art gallery. Her smile was small, proud. Not running it. Learning the business. I kept my face neutral. That's great, Chloe. Mia opened her folder. I've got payment plans with the banks. $15,000 debt. It'll take years, but I'm done borrowing. She looked at me. Promise. Susan leaned forward. We're all in therapy. Family sessions start next week. She paused, eyes soft. Emma, if you want to join, let us know. I studied their faces. No manipulation, no guilt trips. Just accountability. Something new. I'll think about it, I said, voice steady. David stood, heading to the hallway closet. He returned with a box, setting it on the table. Found these while checking old credit card statements. Inside were my report cards, business contest medals, clipped articles about my grad school awards. My throat tightened. Susan's voice was gentle. We've been paying attention, Emma. We just let Chloe's drama and Mia's crises overshadow you. It was easier than admitting we failed as parents. Chloe started to speak, but the doorbell cut her off. Susan flinched. That's probably Michael stepped in, carrying a file. I stood, confused. Michael? What's this? He smiled. Your family called me. Wanted to understand what you lost at Harper and Stone. He looked at Susan. Should I tell them about Emma's partnership plan? The clients she's brought to Larson and Company? How 3 firms tried to poach her? Chloe's phone slipped to her lap. David's jaw dropped. We had no idea, he said. Michael nodded. Emma's one of the best execs I've worked with. Harper and Stone's prank cost them Lakeview Incorporated and their market edge. Susan wiped her eyes. We were so busy fixing everyone else. We didn't see how we hurt you. I sat back, the box of mementos heavy in my mind. They were changing slowly, messily, but real. Chloe's post, Mia's plans, Mom and Dad's sacrifices. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. I'll consider therapy, I repeated, softer now. Susan nodded, hopeful. David closed the box. No more remodels. No more debt. Mia grinned. No more casinos. Chloe laughed, a real laugh. No more Paris lies. The room felt lighter, like a storm had passed. For the first time, I saw a family trying, not demanding. Maybe we could rebuild. Maybe. Michael stood in my childhood home in Evanston, his presence steady amidst my family's fragile new start. The box of my old awards sat on the table, Susan's eyes still wet from her admission. He opened his file, looking at me. Emma, your family asked me to come. They wanted the full picture of what you've done at Larson and Company. I froze, unsure. Chloe clutched her phone, Mia leaned forward, and David's hands stilled. Emma's not just an employee, Michael began, voice clear. She's a game changer. Her partnership plan for Lakeview Incorporated brought in $5 million in revenue. 3 rival firms' big names in Chicago tried to poach her last month. Chloe's phone hit her lap with a soft thud. Susan blinked, stunned. Poach her. Michael nodded. She's one of the most talented execs I've worked with. Harper and Stone's mistake firing her over that prank cost them Lakeview and their top market spot. David's face fell. We didn't know. Michael's gaze softened. No, you didn't. Emma rebuilt from nothing. Her pitches, her strategy is theory why Larson and Company's thriving. He turned to me. Your board meeting for senior partner is next week. I hope you don't mind me sharing. I shook my head, throat tight. It's fine. Chloe stood, voice small. Emma, I sabotaged you because I couldn't stand being the family screw-up. Seeing you succeed, even after what I did, showed me I was holding myself back. Her eyes shimmered, mascara smudged. Mia nodded. We all were. You were our safety net, Emma. We leaned too hard. Her voice cracked, raw. I'm sorry. Susan reached for the box of my awards, fingers tracing a faded article. We ignored your wins. Chloe's drama, Mia's crisis was easier than facing our failures as parents. She looked at me, voice soft. We kept these, but we never told you how proud we were. David cleared his throat. You deserved better. I sat, the weight of their words settling. For years, I'd craved this recognition, not demands. Now it was real, messy, imperfect. Michael closed his file. My job's done. Emma, take tomorrow off. Your family's got a lot to talk about. He grinned. Don't miss that senior partner meeting. He left, the door clicking shut behind him. Silence fell. Susan broke it. We can't undo the past, but we can do better. Real change, not promises. David nodded. Starting with paying our own bills. Mia smiled. And facing our problems. No more casinos. Chloe wiped her eyes. Let's celebrate success, not tear it down. Her voice was earnest, a shift I hadn't expected. I looked at them: Susan, David, Chloe, Mia. The manipulation was gone, replaced by something like growth. All right, I said, voice steady. I'll join family therapy. One condition. Susan leaned forward. Anything. I met their gazes. We do it right. Honest. No secrets, no guilt, no games. They nodded, a quiet agreement. The room felt different, lighter. Chloe's apology, Mia's honesty, my parents' regret it wasn't forgiveness. Not yet. That would take time. But it was a start, a chance for a family built on truth, not obligation. Susan reached for my hand. We'll try, Emma. Really try. I squeezed back, just once. As they gathered their things, Mia clutched her NA papers, Chloe scrolled through her therapy post, and David tucked the box under his arm. We'll keep these out now, he said, voice gruff. I nodded, a small smile forming. Michael's words echoed, one of the most talented execs. They saw me now. Maybe, just maybe, we could rebuild. The therapist's office in Evanston hummed with quiet pride. Our quarterly family financial review wrapped up, the notebook closing with a soft thud. Mia, great progress on gambling recovery, the therapist said. Chloe, your savings account's growing. Susan, David, your credit card debt's nearly gone. I leaned back, watching my family's faces glow. These meetings, once tense, were now our anchor: accountability, not chaos. Susan turned to me, her old bossy tone gone. Your turn, Emma. How's the senior partnership? I pulled out papers, heart steady. Actually, I've got news. Chloe tensed. You're not moving, are you? I smiled. No. I'm starting my own consulting firm. Michael's backing me as a silent partner. Silence fell. Not the usual clamor for favors. Mia spoke first. That's incredible. Remember your lemonade stand? Pure business genius. David chuckled. She bought her own bike while Chloe gave free drinks to boys. Chloe laughed, real and warm. And Mia drank the rest. I pressed on. I'll need help with market research. Chloe, your social media skills could be perfect. I paused. Paid consulting, proper contract. Her eyes widened. You trust me? After everything? I nodded. Your art posts show growth. You've earned it. Susan started to speak, then stopped. That's wonderful, honey. Let us know if you need support. She added quickly, emotional support, not money. The therapist smiled. Great progress. Let's discuss holiday plans. Last year's boundaries worked well. Mia raised a hand. My turn. She flashed a 9-month sobriety chip. Bank waived my fees for sticking to the payment plan. I'm leading a support group for gamblers now. David reached for his wallet, an old habit, then paused. I'm proud of you, Mia, he said, voice thick. Chloe grinned. My turn. The gallery promoted me. Assistant manager, real salary, no commission scams. Susan beamed. Emma, you said we needed to face our true selves. You were right. Therapy, these meetings, TVE saved us. David nodded. House is mortgage-free. No more secret loans. The therapist made notes. This feels like a natural end for monthly sessions. Quarterly check-ins instead. We exchanged glances, a silent pact. No more golden child, no more scapegoat. Just family. We're ready, I said. Outside, Chloe grabbed my arm. Coffee tomorrow, 10 a.m., new spot in Wicker Park. I've got real social media ideas. I smiled. Perfect. Bring them. She hesitated. Thanks for not giving up on us, Emma. Even when we deserved it. I nodded, watching her join Mia, who was driving David to his book club golf long forgotten. Susan hugged me, a real hug, no half-hearted pats. Sunday dinner at ours. Simple, just family. I agreed. I'll bring dessert. My phone buzzed. Michael, board approved your resignation. Ready to be your own boss. I looked at my family, each heading to their own lives independent, accountable. No more toxic patterns. A group chat pinged. Mia, proud of us today. We've come so far. Susan sent a heart emoji, no demands. I typed, see you Sunday, smiling. Those letters, once truth bombs, had sparked these a family built on respect, not obligation. Chloe's voice echoed. Thanks for not giving up. I walked to my car, the Chicago skyline ahead. The hardest truths had led to the best ending. Sometimes, pain carves the path to healing, and truth, no matter how sharp, brings people home.